Herzlich willkommen. Welcome in English. Hello, Gianluca. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Dimi. I'm really good. How you doing? Are you good?
Fine, thank you. Very good.
Nice. So today it's gonna be interesting because we have a really interesting market, and then we have today's topic, which I think it's a kind of topic that I really love to discuss about.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yesterday we had a session earlier after the opening that was showing first a rotation, then a little bit up, and after that a really nice move to the downside. Do you have an
Really strong.
idea? Do you have an idea? Is it news or something else, or what do you think at that point?
I think we discussed about it in last live,
Life?
and we were here because this was yes this was Monday. Yes, this was Tuesday. Sorry, this was Tuesday, and we were talking about how to follow strength, but at the same time be careful about it when we are aware of the really bad structure under under our feet. So and what happened is really interesting because I think right now we have space enough to cover back really long way, maybe till the 5700 level. And but I don't know. Let's think. Let's wait. Few minutes ago we were below 5830. Now we are covering back, as you can see,
Yeah.
at 64 level. So it's quite volatile, and I'd like to see what happened. But obviously today I'm short in terms of my bias.
Okay. Now it's also interesting because we talked about that even last week. I talked already because I said maybe the market is tired to go up. So the word tired after this big move to the upside, and then the structure that we can see on the market profile with this. How do you say, weak structure with P shapes. And if we look where the market yesterday has his low, and we go on the left side to see the P shape earlier,
Yeah.
that one on the left, that one, and then also on there is another one on the 13th of May, sorry,
Hmm.
that also,
We have multiple of it.
yeah,
We have the 13, we have the 15, we have the 19, and the 20.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Because also this one, I think it's a P shape. So it's 4 P shape in the last 10 session. And it means that the buying side is, as we discussed on Monday, on Tuesday. I think the buy side it's almost liquidation and not new money buying. And as you can see right now, we are in a position where we saw a breakout, and now let's see what happened. And I said bias. So let's talk about it. Why bias? Why what we think it's really something that we have to be aware of, and also we have to be warned about it. So we have to be really focused on it, because if I'm thinking that something is gonna happen, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But maybe I have a good trading strategy. I have a good edge. I have good. I have a good statistic, and numbers doesn't lie. But at the same time, it could be a cage, because if I am 80% of the time in a in a good position, 80% of the time I'm a winner. it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be a profitable trader, because what happens in that 20% of the time I'm losing money is everything for me as a trader. And that's why mind keep works and has a really important role.
Yeah, we discussed even last week in that live that we mentioned together with the students. What can we say about fear, about scare to fail, to be wrong with my analysis, to see red when I do a trade? What about this? What is the best you can suggest for a beginner or even for someone that is not making money with trading at this point?
So really interesting one. We live um, in a moment historically where having a bad idea, losing money, failing is not accepted. We are looking at our social media and everything is perfect. So we think everything in a certain way, and we are, striving to find beauty, perfection in everything we do. As I said to you before, 80% of the time I'm on profit, 20% of the time I'm losing money. These numbers could suggest that I'm a good trader. But what happens in that 20% of the time? And that's really important for me as a trader and as an educator, because I have to educate you guys to manage the all the time you are in the wrong position. When market says you are wrong, what happens in your mind? Why it's so difficult taking a loss? Sometimes it's the afraid of being a loser. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to telling someone that I've lost money. I don't want to tell my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my friend that I lose money. They might losing money in markets. I make you an example, Dimitri, that um, we discussed and we showed in our training room in Italy during April. In 30 days, I was in a losing position because I entered long end of March. Then Trump tariffs kicks in, and I were down almost 300K. If you looking at me in that period of time, for you, I'm a loser. If you are not educated to, evaluate someone, you could say that Gianluca is a loser. But if I'm hearing you, listening to you, and feeling that word, that thoughts, feeling that as real, obviously my trading could change, because I cannot accept that someone out there could think that I'm a loser. I have to change my mind. I have to change my behavior. That's something that happens every time you take a loss. Every time you take a loss, you change your way, you change your trading style, you change something in your strategy, because you are evaluating your trading style, because someone happens. If it's gaining money, you are perfection. If you are losing money, you have to be a garbage. But it's not that because it happens to me now. That trade became a really good one of the best the best trade in my entire career. And now maybe I'm a god. I'm not a god, but if also I'm not a loser.
Yeah,
I'm a trader.
even because it's important, when you lose, you have some feelings, and when you gain, you have other feelings. What I think is important is to be the same at the same level, or try to get the same level in both cases. Is that correct?
yeah, you have to, yeah. So it's like a bumpy road. Every time something's happen, it's a bump, positive or negative. And it could affect your trading style, it could affect your energy, it can affect your mindset. But when you reach something like in my position, something like I'm feeling right now, so for me, gaining money or losing money doesn't change anything. That's why I'm suggesting not leaving your job, not taking hard decision to start trading. Because if you do something like that, obviously you have pressure on you,
Mhm.
and it's something that could influence your trading style. You are
Yeah.
taking that risk maybe higher, because you have to gain money at the end of the month. Because if you're not gaining money at the end of the month, it's gonna be bad for you, because you don't have a job anymore. This is something I absolutely don't suggest to you. So yes, for taking this career seriously, you have to be really, really calm you down, slow you down, not high expectation. Because your trading has to be normal routine, okay, as taking a glass of water. And that bumpy road, that bumps in your feelings, in your guts, it's something that could damage you.
Yeah. So, as we said in the title of this life, that we are responsible for what we do in trading. So, discipline is, I think, the most important thing, and emotions. We discussed also in a live with Fabrizio this week in a pre-market live, and he even said we have to be calm and have small steps to realize maybe during the week. So why not do 5 trades, 50 euros or dollars, instead of one of 250 or 500 and three losers with 500? So this is a good way, I think, that we can use and give to someone that is listening to our school.
Yes. So it's like you have a good dish in front of you, and you want to take it in just one bite. It's impossible. So if you want to enjoy that meal, you have to take small bites, enjoy them, feeling everything, every taste under your throat. That's what I'm suggesting you. You cannot taking anything in one bite. It's impossible. Small step, small losses, small gain, something that doesn't change your mind, doesn't change your trading style, doesn't change your style or your lifestyle. Because we like to see trading as a path of, increasing your our lifestyle. So spending more money, having new car, having new house, traveling, etc., etc., etc. But it's something that doesn't work like that anymore. I think social media has shown us something that was really a lie. Right now, if you want to start with trading, you have to understand that it's a job, a normal job that is dynamic.
If you look at yourself and your career as a trader, and then you look at all these more than 3,000 students on your school.
4,000.
Now, wow, interesting, nice. Listen, how much time takes one student to get to the point? Because there are different kind of persons. So, do you have a middle range or?
Yeah, it's something that everyone asks me. So, in how much time I'm gonna see results? And I can answer the question, because it's gonna be non-professional for me, because I have so different lifestyle, so different person in front of me. I make you an example. I have one of my private students here in Italy, Nicola. which enrolled the inner circle, which is my main private course, in 2021. Okay, 2021. He had a lot of troubles, really a lot of trouble, because he has his own company, his own business here in Italy, and he was too busy to, enjoy its maximum trading. Uh, at the same time, he made some mistakes. We went into difficult time. For example, 2022 was really difficult, was really tough also for me. But he has his own path. Today, few days ago, he reaches his first payout of 5K. So um, it took 4 years, 4 years, but it's Nicola path. Right now, it's a new trader. Right now is a consistent trader. But for him, it takes 4 years. But
Yeah,
everyone, sorry.
yeah, no, more than the question to make how long to make money. My question was how long do you take in the middle range until you reach this point that you
Okay.
act correct? Yes,
Okay.
in the
Okay.
mind. Huh? Yeah.
Okay. It takes more. It takes more. It takes more. That's why we are here. Because we are trading. So, as an educator, how we develop how education, um, we have to be beside you to support you during this time, because it's like, um, you know um, searching really deep in you. Every time you are in market, every time you click on this platform, it's you against the market. And if you don't understand 100% how you work, it's going to be really difficult to be a consistent trader. So the key point, after you uh, understand every pattern I teach and Dimitri teach, after you studied every instrument we teach, the problem is to study yourself, and it takes time. It takes long time as an educator, but first of all, as a trader, I'm continually study myself, because we are so complex that it cannot be something that starts and ends in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. But it's like a, a work in
The
progress.
process. Yeah.
It's a process. But if you start right now, you're gonna be ahead of someone that doesn't want to start at
Yeah,
all.
because I think the most of the beginners think if they are more in front of the charts, they are better than if they don't are so long in front of a chart. But what I can say personally, at the beginning you invest a lot of time to look at the charts, but I think in the second stage you spend less time to look at the charts and more time to look in yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And for those who are really interested in doing some good things out there, I think that if you switch your focus on what we are saying, you are in a good path to be successful. And it's not easy, Dimi, because you have to fight yourself. And we are everyone. It's better to point your finger outside and to yourself, because
Yeah.
it's easier. But it's not something that works in this sector.
But that's one of the point that we look in the lives that we do with our students every week. So in the fast track, for example, or in the inner circle, we look at the market, but on the other side, we look also to these problems that can occur during the time that I'm learning something new. And I think this is very, very good from you, Gianluca and Chinoki, because you are really close, very close, also personally to the student, because you know every student. I think they come to visit you, and that's I like this.
Thank you, Dimi. That's why we are bringing this concept of education in Germany, because we think that if we wanna change something in this industry, we have not only talk about how money we make, because it's something that it's on the top, but if you go inside in the deeper, we work on people. I work on people, not on markets, because I know that if I find your way or understand what I'm saying, you'll be profitable, and it's your own path, not mine, not yours, but for everyone's one.
Very good. Thank you, Gianluca. Nice to talk about this.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Because
It's a pleasure. It's really a
now
pleasure, Dimi.
in 9 minutes you have your live,
Yeah.
so opening live at
Yeah.
15:30.
I mean, it's a pleasure. I think that we have to bring out these topics often, because I think that's something that people underestimate. So it's something that you have not taken care of, because you think that it's the most important thing, and it's it's having a new setup, a new indicator, the last version of your trading platform. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
It's something that doesn't work. If you have the best educator out there, could be me, could be Dimitri, you'll be not profitable, because you doesn't know yourself, doesn't know how you behave when you're losing money. If you're losing money and you get mad, remember 20%. And I make you another example. 95% of the time you are getting money, 5% of the time you're losing money. But if in that 5% of the time you get mad doing something really bad, you can blow your account.
yeah.
It takes only one trade to blow your account, only one day, only one situation. So it doesn't mean that if you have a high percentage of win
Winning rate.
ratio, you'll be profitable.
Okay, so I'm glad that you were here this week with us. We will organize also in the future lives with you. Thank you very much, Gianluca. I wish you a good trading day and talk soon.
Hope so. Thank you, Dimitri.
Thank